Hey, good morning, and welcome to Ferrall and the Prophet. This is my getaway day, Scott. I am in Chicago, and I will be racing to the airport. I am heading to Las Vegas. I'll be at the Fountain Blue. Please don't find me there. I'll be working, but I'll be there for the next 6, 7, 8 days. We're doing a big show over there. So, frankly, I'm looking forward to getting the fuck out of Chicago. Honestly, it was a great show. I had a good time, but it's time to go. How you doing, brother?
Well, I mean, how was the Windy City? Because I know you never talked to me.
I'll tell you how the Windy City is. The first night here, we went to this tapas, and it got my stomach pretty good. So I've been farting my ass off for 7 days, and there's been some sharts in there as well. So yeah, it's the Windy City. But besides that, it's time for me to go, Scott.
You know, I actually, now that you've brought that up, I might as
Yeah.
well start with this. Have you seen the fart walk? It's become a popular thing. They're saying it's the secret to healthy aging when older couples, if you will, or anyone for that matter,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
goes for an after dinner walk just
Yeah.
to spend that walk farting. I have to say, when I walk my dog, I fart constantly.
Really?
Yeah, and then I noticed the other day I was actually in the pool because I swim tons of laps, and I was
Sure.
I was actually farting in the pool underwater,
During exercise.
like after laps. I would turn after the lap, and I would fart, and I could feel the
Fart.
bubbles coming out, and nobody knows you're farting, and then when you're walking the dog, no one knows you're farting. I find that fart walks and fart swimming are part of the plan too for healthy aging.
Hey, Scott, why don't we host a fart walk for all of our members, all of our friends, and we can sponsor. I think I can get a sponsorship from Depends. So I really like where you're going with this, buddy. I really
Have
do.
you ever seen the guy? There's two guys. One guy's like he'll like jump in the air and fart on people like in the park or on the sidewalk or shopping. And then
Yeah.
there's the other guy that is actually shopping, and anywhere he goes, he does farts where he'll like turn around and look at the
Yeah.
people while he's
Yeah.
ripping like a 10-second dragger, and he never changes his expression on his face. He's always like this. He's always like,
Hey,
and he goes like this. And they
Scott,
just
I want
look
to share
at him.
something
and-
with you, buddy. I got something you got to chase down, my friend. Go to YouPorn, Scott. I beg you, go to YouPorn and just type in search fart. There's this dude who's got his own channel on Pornhub. And his whole shtick is after he gets done banging these chicks in the ass and all this crazy shit, he'll sit on their face and fart like in their nose.
Have you ever seen the people that do it, like fart at the end of a giant tube, and their like wife sleeping at the other end of it, and then they hear like, and it comes right out at the other end, all the smell. I think that's fantastic. Speaking of doing chicks, I always wanted to do Lonnie Anderson. She's dead at 79.
Yeah.
Remember when she was on
79.
KRP? I wanted to
I
spray
do.
on her.
I do. And you want to know something? Crazy thing about that woman, so she sort of played that blonde, at the time, sure, kind of a bombshell, but she was one smart lady.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Lonnie. Pretty cool.
She
chick.
had a long career, and
Yeah.
she even admitted once, she's like, I just want to be an actress. I don't care what role I get when I'm old. I just want to keep acting. Everyone
Right.
gets old. That's the way the world works. I'm hot now, but when I'm not hot, I still want to make money acting. I thought that was badass. Also, they found out why Ozzy died. It was a heart attack. I guess all of the blow finally
Yeah.
caught up with him in the end. They said
Yeah.
he had clogged arteries and he had a heart attack. It had nothing to do with Parkinson's. And then
Right.
the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is how about what's his name? Liam Neeson. He's tagging Pam Anderson now. They're dating.
Yes.
I think they're going to move in
Yes.
together. That's a nice
Yes.
piece for him.
Dude,
He's old.
that is a triple win. What I think she's going to have to deal with is, from what I've heard, when Liam Neeson, whenever he comes, he farts at the same time. So she's going to have to deal with that kind of sexy, But
He just
whatever.
sold his condo in Manhattan for $10 million.
I know.
Hey, by the way, you're going to Vegas, and
Yeah, man.
tourism's down 11% in Sin City. They're losing money in droves in Vegas on the strip. Nobody's going to Vegas. Everyone's broke. I know all about that. But I wish I was going to Vegas with you today. I would pretend like I'm
Yeah.
not broke.
Scotty, the business is not good, and it's two things that are really driving that. One, the California crowd, which, as you know, even in LA, you want to jump in a car, you can get to Vegas. It's totally doable, and they're not showing up. But worse than that, Scott, the foreign money, for some reason, is drying up. I mean, there's a lot of anti-American sentiment right now. Well, I guess all this trade shit going on, and all these trade wars and tariffs
Canada hates
and all
us.
this shit. They're not showing up, Scott, and it's way down in business. The other thing that I was reading about, Scotty, is they're having a hard time getting the workers to stay because they feel threatened. Like, half the hotels are just filled with illegal immigrants, and they just feel threatened. So it's a triple whammy, bro.
Yeah, but you're going to be staying in that Newfound Blue. That place is badass.
Way badass, Scott. We're in the big room in there, and we've got a hell of a show going on. Very glam, very hip, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Listen, love producing in Chicago, but I really love producing
when
in
you're
cool
there.
venues.
Like, will you hit the tables? What do you play? Do
Yes.
you play? What's your favorite thing to play?
Three card poker, and if they have small hand, single hand, double hand, blackjack, I will play that as well.
Have you played
I
free
do not
bet
want to get caught
blackjack?
counting. What's that?
Have you played free bet blackjack?
I have not. What is that, Scott?
Well, you get you get an extra hand. So it's great. And if it lands on a certain number, you get a free bet or something. Like, we used to play it all the time. It's a great game in Vegas.
That's cool.
And you actually have better odds. So anyway, did you see the chick? I sent you a story of a chick that had a bat fly into her mouth, and it cost her 20 grand. I guess she got rabies or something. What would you do if a bat flew into your mouth? I wouldn't be into that. I don't like bats.
Hey, Scott, I'm going to put up on our site. Let's do a poll. Would you rather have a bat fly into your mouth, or would you rather pull a Richard Gere and have a gerbil up your ass? Like, which way would you go on that, Scott? What would you prefer?
Yeah, I'm not I would not. I would probably take the gerbil in the ass because I've had 4 fistula surgeries. I'm used to endoscopies. I'm used to doctors going into my rectum and putting large tools in my rectum. I've had a prostate exam every year. They spin the flower, Dr. Garden. He goes in and picks my tomatoes. Bottom line is, I've had so much in my ass in terms of surgeries. I think it would be better for me to have a squirrel in my ass. I sent you a story about a complete user's guide to your junk. I know you've been studying your package a lot lately.
Absolutely.
And they're talking about problems peeing. They're talking about, erectile dysfunction, as you know.
ED, baby.
Yeah, ED's a problem. I like, using my dick pills.
For sure.
Bottom line is, they're also saying there's delayed ejaculation problems. There's premature ejaculation problems. And
don't have that.
I mean, there's just a lot going on that, I think
with
Men's
the
Health important that they did the story on everyone's junk. And then you've got the pitcher for the Marlins junk, Jansen Junk.
Yeah.
Who I bet on. He did win last night, by the way.
Yeah.
I always bet on the guy Junk, and I always bet against the Lord, and I never bet against the guy Parker never loses for the Nationals, even though he sucks.
Well, as everybody knows, you've been lining things up with that fucking series of AI engines we have, and with the Ferrall Genius, and dropping some really nice picks.
Right.
And people are making fat stacks. So keep it going, brother. Keep it going.
I saw a movie where a guy, his entire male side of his family had the ability to travel in time. My son turned me on to this movie. It was really good. I forget what it was called, but it had great actors in it. Margot Robbie was in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really
How
good
does she
actress.
look?
Like I don't know the
How does
guy's
she look?
name that was in it. That like
Right.
the main character was this young guy that was the son of the father. They both could travel in time. So anything that ever happened bad, they could just go back in time. So one of the things that happened bad to him was he had sex with this chick for the first time, and he blew a load in like 20 seconds. He like
Of
started.
course.
He was like,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
over.
See ya.
And so he went back in time. He went in, so he had to
Banged
go
her?
into a dark area. So he'd go in a closet or whatever in the dark, close his fist, imagine where he wants to go in time. He'd go back in time, and then he ended up going back 4 times and fucking her like a porn star 4 different times. The second time you fuck after you've blown a load, you can generally go like 10 minutes. And then he went
Yeah.
back and did it again. The third time, he fucked her for like a half hour. And then he went back one last time and fucked her for an hour, and they were like soaking wet laying on the floor when he was done
Yeah.
with her. So when he had the premature ejaculation, like the early load blow, he just went back
Yeah.
and fixed it by fucking her 4 times hard. Which is, I think, the moral of today's story about junk.
Yeah, I think it's unbelievable, Scott. And I know, I won't name names, but I know if I had to go back in time, Scott, I would go back to, I've told you about my camp for wayward Jews. I was 14 and I was in the boathouse. And if I could go back,
Did you blow
I
some kid
would.
in the fucking
Well,
boathouse?
yeah, here's what I would do. I would try
Experimenting when you're young?
in the 6 seconds that we did it, I would try and get my dick out so I didn't blow up inside her. You know what I'm saying? I would have tried to give a facial because I worried about pregnancy for like the rest of the summer while I was a waiter
I was
there.
just talking to a guy today. He has 2 babies, and I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about your babies. I don't want anything to do with your babies. I don't want to babysit. I don't
I
think
agree.
your babies are
I get
adorable.
it.
I hate babies. I hate children. Little kids suck.
You're
I
full
don't
of
mind when
shit.
they're teenagers because then they ignore
Yeah.
you and leave and go out with their friends and they can feed themselves and dress themselves and they
Get
don't want anything to
pregnant.
do
Yeah.
with you. When they
Yeah.
depend on you from day one until they're like 10, children suck monkey balls. All right, let's get to some sports.
Hey, wait a second, Mister. Like, are you?
You
we
and all
can't
your
just
fucking
drop that.
grandchildren.
Are
Don't
you the
invite me
fucking
over ever when they're over there, those little rats.
Yeah, you're so full of shit. You're acting like you're Mr. Grinch. You like children.
Bullshit.
Yeah, come on.
I
You
do
don't like
not.
them?
I like when they're
Wow.
grown up. I like when they're, my
that's not
son's in
children.
college. He's cool. He smokes bong rips. He
Bongs.
goes out and he
Yeah.
fucks chicks and shit. Like I don't like
All
when
right.
they're young. When they're young and you
All right,
have to
bro.
like take care of them and watch them and feed them and take them
All right.
places and drive them and pick them up. All that's bullshit to me.
Oh,
All right, so
shit, the
the
Ferrall
preseason
Grinch.
poll is out, and I just
You
wanted
got it.
to the 1 and 2 play
Run
each
it.
other in Columbus in week 1.
Right.
It's Texas #1, Oklahoma, and Ohio State #2. They play each other. I just wanted to give you the rankings. So Texas, Ohio State, Penn State 3, Georgia 4, Notre Dame 5, Clemson 6, Oregon 7, Bama 8, LSU 9, Miami Canes, which I'm a fan of the Canes. They're 10th.
I know you are.
There's 5 Big Ten teams in, including my Indiana Hoosiers. They're ranked 19th. They're the lowest rated Big Ten team. Michigan's 14th. Illinois is 12th. And then Oregon and Penn State, Ohio State. I guess there's 6 teams from the Big Ten ranked. I forgot Oregon was in the Big Ten until I just saw them. They're ranked, as I said, 7th. The Ducks are ranked. So they're also.
Yeah, but isn't Clemson going to be undefeated, 16-0? So how could they not be number 1?
Who?
Because their coaches declared, Clemson's declared they're going to be 16-0.
Yeah, Dabo has said.
Dabo
that
said, yeah,
they're
16-0.
They're going to win every game, just like
Every game.
well, they did it in 2018, right? They won every
Yes.
game.
Every game.
He said their goal is
Yeah,
to
they're-
win
they-
every game.
That's not going to happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Is Arch Manning going to win the Heisman?
I don't know. He's obviously favored to win the Heisman. The problem is, he played, 2-3 games last year. Sarkisian never played him. Now he's going to play him every down. And I guess if he
Yeah.
stays healthy, he's certainly going to get the attention and he's going to get, being ranked as high as they are, he's going to get the national television games. Every time they play, they'll be on national television. I think that helps a guy going for the Heisman. There's a lot of other players that are in the race for the Heisman. Aller at Penn State, quarterbacks. Beck at
Sure.
Miami. It goes
Yep.
on and on. So,
Hey, Scott, can I ask you something?
yeah.
Here's conspiracy theory, but I actually think, because the Manning family is incredibly savvy. Let's just face it, they've been around football for, half a century.
Right.
I think the deal going into Texas, and I'm being very candid about this, was he was not going to play a lot his freshman and sophomore year. He was not going to take a bundle of hits, and he was going to play his junior year and come out and get a fucking fat check. I don't think they wanted him to get bounced around. I don't think they had any interest in him coming in and being a savior as a freshman at any program.
Yeah, but here's the problem. I think that he's better than Quinn Ewers, and I always have. I think he's an incredible talent. And Ewers ended up like in the 7th round. He sucks ass.
7th.
And he'll be a career backup in the NFL if he even
He'll get
lasts
cut.
in the NFL.
He'll get
or
cut.
if he even, he'll get cut and everything else. I mean, he's got UFL written all over him. So I thought they should have played Arch Manning already a lot more than they did at Texas. I think Sarkisian was loyal to Ewers to a fault.
Yeah.
And I think it ended up costing him the national championship.
Yep. Yeah. No, I
They
get
got
it.
their
I
ass
agree.
beat.
Yeah. Was Michigan ranked too high? Because I think they're going to suck
Well,
this year.
I think, we don't know. I think Underwood will be the quarterback. I think he'll be the starter. They talk about everybody else. But I think that kid's a 5-star athlete. And I'm sick of hearing about their Stallions cheating scandal, sign stealing. They've been after Michigan. The NCAA has been on a witch hunt against Michigan now for about 2 or 3 years. I'm sick and tired of it. They have beaten Ohio State 4 straight times. And
big win.
I doubt they're beating them this year. I really, honestly, I don't care where they play. I think the game's in Ann Arbor this year. They beat them in Columbus last year for the 4th time, and they wanted to fire Day. Meanwhile, he turned around and won the national championship. And that guy has the personality of a fucking garage door. Honestly, I think Ryan Day is the biggest asshole.
Douchebag.
Just a douchebag. Oh, wait. Dank box guy of the week, Ryan Day, right there.
Dank box, you stinky pit. Hey, is Notre Dame rated too high, ranked too high?
No, because I think Freeman does a great job. They got great talent, and they win. Now, I think they have quarterback problems. We'll see if they can find their way through the woods of that, but they're always good. And, they play a tough schedule. They play tough games, big games. They start the season with Miami on the road Sunday night before Monday, Labor Day. I wanted to go to that game, but I got fired. So I doubt I'm going to be traveling
you can't do
or
it.
anything. By the way, did you see?
I have the Canes in that, by the way, just so you know. I think the Canes are going to do them right up the ass.
I hope so. But yeah. Did you see that they, as soon as they fired me, that Sirius dropped that channel from their channels? They got rid of it. They got rid of it altogether. They said no Ferrall, no dice, bye. They're out and they're done. Now they have no radio home because they blew it. I'm the reason they had the fucking channel.
Yeah, what a surprise. I'm shocked by that, Scott. You get fired, and then they get fired. Oops.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Anyway, so do you remember we talked about is De'Aaron Fox overrated? Well, apparently not.
Yes.
They gave him $229 million. I still say he's not worth that money, but the market says he is. The marketplace says he is. Fair enough. He gets the money. There's nothing you can do about it. But he got all that money and never did anything in Sacramento, ever. And now he's in, San Antonio, right? And he's going to, I guess, I would think in San Antonio with Wembanyama, if he's healthy without blood clots and everything, that team is loaded with talent. And I think that they should be a playoff team. He's got to win.
Yeah, I agree with you.
To make all that money, you got to win. You got to win playoff games.
Yeah. Here's why he got that money, Scott. He didn't do shit in Sacramento except, believe it or not, look at his stats. He was one of the top 3 clutch players in the NBA over the last couple of seasons, particularly in Sacramento. He was an assassin in the 4th quarter. He was very Jalen Brunson-like. So I think they're counting on him to just be that wicked finisher. I also think with Wembanyama, I do think he's a good fit because of the speed he brings to the game, and it's an inside-out game. And as you know, Wembanyama can step out to half court and shoot it. Here's the last thing I'll say. The market has declared, you're right, that he's worth that. But They're all going to get that money now, Scott. Every year it's going up 8, 10, 12%. They're going to get that money, bro.
Listen, you can watch Joker play against Giannis on Saturday in the Euro basket tourney. That game is Saturday. I think it's on TV as well. I wanted to say one other thing about basketball, I think, somewhere in here. What was it that I wanted to say? I forget. Anyway.
Well, how about this? Is Giannis, I have a question for you. Will he stay or will he go?
I know what it was.
Giannis.
First of all, I think he stays in Milwaukee. And I know what I wanted to say is Dylan Harper's on that team now with the Spurs. They got Stephen Castle. They got Wemby. They got Fox.
Castle's good.
And now they have Dylan Harper. By the way, he was on a magazine cover the other day. And he's already getting all that fame, fortune, magazine covers, photo shoots. Remember, I told you, I told you I'm really creeped out by Joey Silk and all of his kind of flaming
ice
photo shoots and fashion.
You.
He's in the ice bath in a silk shirt, and they got him.
Fuck off.
Like they always have his hair done like he's just had sex. You know what I mean? Like, what is with? And remember the backless suit he wore at the Met Gala? I'll call it. What is the deal with this? They're trying to make this guy. Is he James Bond?
Influence.
Is he the new James Bond? Are they trying to make him the sexiest man alive?
Yeah, there is so much money now in influencing that it's ridiculous. Scott, take a look at the Kardashians, and don't look too long because I know you're not a fan. But Scott, like 3 of those 4 girls are billionaires now. When you're an influencer, you can start your own brand and you can sell it for $1 billion. And I think that's what the dude's going to do. He's just going to start, men's shit, fragrance, that. He's going to make a fucking fortune.
So a couple more basketball, going back to that. The Celtics are trading George Niang, and 2 second-round picks to the Jazz for the rookie R.J. Lewis Jr. out of St. John's, and I just do not believe he's worth that much. And did you see the story about the guy that stole all the memorabilia and jerseys from the Miami Heat? Millions
$2 million.
Millions in stolen.
Yeah.
I guess he was a security guard, and they caught him and popped him, and now he's going to jail.
Which you love. You love when guys get sent upriver. I do. Love that shit. He deserves it. What a fuckbag.
How about this guy, ex-NFL running back LaShawn Johnson, convicted on dogfighting charges, and he surrendered 190 pit bulls. I mean, I guess nobody learns from Michael Vick, do they? This guy running a dogfighting ring with almost 200 pit bulls, and he's convicted, and he's going up the river.
Scott, I want to tell you this. You declared your dank box, but there's no question that this kid is my dank box of the week because 3 reasons, right? First off, learn your lesson. Michael Vick is like a big-time player, a big-time celebrity in the NFL, and he got popped and he went to jail. Now, you took what Michael Vick did and you did it on fucking steroids. On absolute steroids. Like, did you not learn that lesson? On top of it, 190 dogs, bro. Where do you feed them?
I don't know.
Where they shit? Where do you
Can you imagine
Scott?
that place where they keep those dogs? Now listen, Justin Timberlake has Lyme disease, and I wanted to tell you that I'm thinking of today. I got to go get shock for the hot tub, and all the stuff I put in the hot tub, the whatever they call it, chlorine tablets, everything else. On the way back, I'm going to stop and get my shingles shot, the first of 2 shingle shots, because when you're my age, you get shingles and you get giant.
It hurts.
And here's the thing, the reason I'm getting it, because he has Lyme disease, and I have a rash on the side of my leg. Do you want to see it?
No.
Yeah.
No, I really don't.
You see it? It's there and there.
Come on, man.
Guess who's having his plantar warts removed this morning? He went. How about this?
Son.
He went on Monday to have it done, and they denied my Cobra insurance that I paid $4,000 for. So they said it wasn't activated. So it got activated Tuesday. Today's Thursday. He's having those giant. You saw his foot. He's having those giant plantar warts dug out of his foot today, and I have a rash. And I tell him, 34C, I need steroids because the itch cream and the cortisone cream is not making the rash go away. I don't know if maybe I got bit by a bat. Maybe I got bit by a recluse spider. Maybe I have Lyme disease. Maybe I have herpes. Maybe, because those are giant mountain ridge sores.
Pustules.
I have two of them. They have like
Pustules.
3 prongs to them, as if like almost like a bat or an animal bit me. I have two areas of it, and it itches like a motherfucker. And it itches so bad. I have to put this itch ointment on it just to survive. And then, I top it off with several drinks of alcohol. I went last night to a basketball game, and a guy goes, "You smell like booze." I said, "Well, that's because I just had 2 doubles and a beer at dinner." And the guy's like, "Really?" I go, "You're like 22 years old. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm 60. I can drink when I want, right, Mickey? When I need a cocktail because I have an itchy rash on my leg, can I have a fucking cocktail?
What is a 22-year-old telling you anything?
I know. I told him, shut your mouth. I'm going to smack your face.
You're a dank box too, 22-year-old. You're a dank box.
So Mario Lemieux, my good friend and the greatest hockey player I ever watched in my life. I know Gretzky had better numbers. I know there's players that everyone thinks better. Lemieux, clearly top 5 greatest players of all time. And he used to own the Penguins, saved them from bankruptcy. He owned them with Ron Burkle and this guy Richard Morehouse, and they're trying to buy him back from the Fenway Sports Group. So they offered him $1 billion. Meanwhile, they turned him down. They want $1.8 billion, and they told him you're $800 million short. So they got to go out and get another $800 million. That's almost another $1 billion. That's almost $2 billion.
They're not going to do it for that.
The team's 1.7 at best. So I think 1.8's getting ripped off. And I just want him to buy the Penguins again because the Fenway Sports Group sucks. Ever since they've owned the Penguins, they haven't made the playoffs. They don't pay players. They have shitty teams and rosters. And they suck dick, and yet they charge outrageous prices to go to the games. They're like the Leafs. The Leafs charge the most in the league to go to their games. Now, I won't deny they're a playoff team, and they lost in 7 to the Panthers, but they always fucking lose, and they charge exorbitant amounts of money to go to the games. The Penguins, if you go to a Penguin game, 2 tickets, down by the glass, 10 rows up, 15 rows up from the glass in the corner, $500. That's bullshit when you never make the playoffs anymore. They've won 5 Stanley Cups. I want Lemieux to buy the Penguins back with Burkle. I'm friends with both of them, and they both know me first name basis. I've been friends with Mario since 1986. I've been friends with Ron Burkle. I did the Tony Hawk Stand Up for Skate Parks event in his backyard in Beverly Hills. The guy's filthy rich. He owns tons of grocery stores all over the West Coast. Guy's a billionaire. Anyway, I want him to buy the Penguins back, and I want him to fire their shit dick broke broadcast teams on the TV and radio side and hire me because he knows how entertaining and crazy I am calling a hockey game when I did the Thrashers. I want Lemieux to hire me to call the games on TV and radio. Just have one guy do both. Fire their hack-ass loser. They're terrible. They were just rated the second to worst in the entire league broadcast team. When you have the second to worst and they make a story, ESPN did a story on who's the worst, the best and worst. They were second to last in terms of worst in the NHL. What more do you need to know? Your broadcast TV and radio sides both blow hard dick. Bring me back. I'll live in Pittsburgh, retire there, call the games, and that'll be the fucking end of it. But they don't have the balls to hire me because I'm too, as you know, fucking dangerous. I'm so dangerous. Yeah. All I can do now is work with Mickey. The Ferrall and the Profit podcast is my only safe haven left in broadcasting because networks and, media companies are scared to death of me. They think that I'm the devil. How about
Scott,
Jordan
I want you
Addison?
To know, Scotty. Please.
He failed a drug test.
From the bottom of my heart,
go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to. I'm sorry about that because I don't like hearing that, and I want you to know this is a super safe space for you. This is a place where you can feel super safe and just be you. Okay. Sorry about that part. Sorry for
the NFL suspended Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison. He failed a drug test. And he's out 3 games for violating the league's substances of abuse policy. That's a nice word for drugs. He failed a drug test, so I hope he
Yeah.
was doing blow. I really do. He's
Yeah.
going to miss games against at Chicago versus the Falcons and versus the Bengals. He'll miss 2 home games. How about the Chargers? They brought back Keenan Allen. He was always one of their greatest receivers. He didn't do shit in
Absolutely.
Chicago, but I think he'll be
Nope.
good for the Chargers again with your boy Orange Sherbert.
How
Justin
old is he
Herbert.
now? What is he, 43 or something?
He's not that old.
I'm kidding, but I think his base days are long the fuck, behind him.
Well, I agree. He's 33 now, and
Yeah, that's 40 in dog years in football.
33 in football. In dog years, he's 60. It's true.
Forget it.
How
That's
about
ridiculous.
the deal that the Red Sox gave Roman Anthony? The guy's been up. He's in his first pair of
50
underwear
games.
in the majors, and they gave him 8
Yeah.
years and $130 million. That's smart on their part when you think about it, because he was their top prospect. He's a stud, and they got him now under wraps for 8 years and $130 million. It's really not that much money when you think about it.
Scott, can I tell you something? That is going to start a wave, partner, of contracts like that for young players. As you know, Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, they had to go through the whole paradigm, Scotty, of year 4 contract, year 5 contract, or potential arbitration and all that. And then you know what? You don't know if they're going to stay or not. Here's the thing with Boston. Scott, Boston lost some unbelievably good baseball players, right? They just gone. They didn't want to stay. You need, I think, to take some of these great young talent and risk giving them 15, 18, 20 million a year. Because in the scheme of things, that's nothing. And if they play for 8 years for you, that's a fucking bargain, Scotty.
Yeah, and that's what they did here. And this guy's a stud, and he's showing that he's going to be a baller. And he's had some big games, and he hit his first home run at Fenway finally.
He's talented, bro.
Yeah, so they gave him all the money. Speaking of money, how about the U.S. Open? I sent you that. $5 million to the men's and women's winners.
The winner.
$90
That's never
million
happened.
purse at the U.S. Open in Queens.
Never happened.
They always talk about Wimbledon and Roland Garros and the Aussie and everything else, but nothing can hold the U.S. Open's dick, because everyone can wear whatever they want. So it's like fashionista city. Everyone's dressed to the nines every night. The guys and girls, they dress like pimps and whores, and it's awesome. They wear fashion. Like tennis becomes it's almost like the catwalk games in tennis.
Fashion week.
And they play in the day and the night. There's none of this pussy like, oh, it's curfew time. We can't be noisy in London and wake the neighbors. So they have tennis till 2 in the fucking morning in New York. And when they play at night, when it's over, they still go clubbing till 4 in the morning in Manhattan. And everybody goes out and they have, just so you're clear, everyone at the U.S. Open is fucking everyone else. Like everyone's having sex with players, with each other, with rich New Yorkers, with movie stars. Everyone's having sex at the U.S. Open in New York. The U.S. Open is clearly the greatest tennis tournament in the world. It's not Wimbledon, where everyone wears white and they eat strawberries and they tell them to shut down the noise at a certain hour. No one gives a fuck about Australia. And really, the French people suck. Okay, so the U.S. Open is the big stick.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like you say in Wimbledon, they eat strawberries. You come to New York City and they eat dick. And that's the beauty of these players, because, strawberries, I get a rash. I get like hives and all this irritation.
Tongue blisters, cankers.
Yeah, and they put little cream on it, strawberries and cream. Fuck you with the cream. In New York, you eat a dick, you get cum, that's your fucking cream.
How about this?
Scott,
when you go,
it's bullshit.
I've gone to I don't know if you've ever gone to the U.S. Open. It's pretty cool.
I have.
So I've gone there, and this is back in the day. We would go, and we would literally sit in the upper bowl, in the center court or whatever, and at the Arthur Ashe, and we would smoke weed. We would smoke doobies and bowls up in the upper deck at night, like at the night session. You could see smoke billowing out of in the lights. So the lights are above the seats, and you're sitting up in the top rows, and then there's lights, and you could just see smoke every night billowing out of the tennis courts, because everyone's getting stoned. And Then in between that, you go outside and all day long, literally all fucking day long, they serve booze. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a bar on every 10 steps. There's a bar, and they got like the Heineken tents. They have hard liquor bars, beer gardens. They have so much booze. Everyone at the U.S. Open in New York is fucking inebriated. And I mean, every time I go in a limo so that I can be smart and get home safe and have someone roll me down the driveway in Hell's Kitchen because I cannot be left out in Queens without a vehicle taking me back because I can't barely walk.
It's just for anybody who's been there, it's literally just on a shitty highway and there's a swamp on the other side of it. It's not like some great fucking venue. It's out in the middle of Queens, and Queens is a shithole. Sorry, but it's just
There's
a
a lot of
shithole.
places to put bodies there, and in Jersey, a lot of places.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, this is
Near
New
all the
York.
stadiums.
Hey,
like you could dump bodies. Isn't Jimmy Hoffa over by the Meadowlands? And then you could dump bodies in the swamps. And then you can dump bodies in Queens and near LaGuardia in the ocean.
Staten Island.
Coney Island.
Is great.
Right by the amusement park, you could drop a body. I mean, it's a great city for getting rid of bodies.
Beautiful.
I mean, and then they wash up like about 3 or 4 days later everywhere. They're bobbing
Decaying.
for apples.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely. Hey, Scott. So my driver is hitting me up, and I've got to go to the airport. I just want to reiterate. Fuck you. One thing to you, buddy. This truly is a safe place for you, and I want you to feel comfortable and happy.
I want to be happy here because, as you know, I told you the other day, if I don't find some form of happiness, I'm going to have to drink a bottle of Dilaudid and try to fuck an 80-year-old nurse again. The last time I got depressed, you remember I tried to fuck the 80-year-old nurse on a bottle of Dilaudid. It was actually a morphine shot. But, what's the difference, morphine or Dilaudid? Whenever I get depressed, I need to go on that magic carpet ride. And I'm very depressed lately with everything that's been happening, except when the radio network got yanked off Sirius. That made me happy.
Yeah, I get it. Once again, safe place. And good luck with that thing by your tuchus. That's absolutely disgusting. Do something about it.
What do you think this jingle shot's going to do to me? Do you think my arm's going to be sore? Or?
Yeah, I got it last year, and you have to get one. Remember, you got to get the second one 6 months later, or it doesn't fucking work. Right. It's 3 or 6 months later. So, yeah, you'll be a little bit sore. Can I tell you what? Just whatever hand you jerk off with, do it in the other arm.
I always do it in the left arm because I shoot with my right. By the way, I played today. And I'm really good at finishing and scoring. I missed like 30 shots today. When I was done, I said, I played like horse shit. I apologized to all the brothers, and they were like, we love you, Ferrall. Don't worry about it. I mean, I had the worst day ever playing basketball today. I mean, I have no luck right now. No luck. I can't win. Although all my bets have been hitting left and right. Thank God for that. I've been hitting tons of plays in baseball.
Yeah.
And by the way, can you tell people about Ferrall and a Profit? It's everywhere now. Where can they see it? Where can they get it? It's on all kinds of avenues. It's on everything. Apple. It's on, what is it on? It's on Podbean. It's on everywhere. You can find the app. Where can they find it? I mean, because I think it's
they can find it everywhere.
And then
I'm glad I'm glad we changed subject, because honestly, I was gonna kill myself just listening to you. I was getting that upset. So let's go back to the safe place. They can watch it, right? Apple. We are absolutely on Apple Podcasts now. We're on profitable.tv, and you can consume that on iOS. You can consume that on Google. You can consume that right on profitable.tv. Great fucking Netflix-style experience. You got it on Patreon. We got it on Podbean. So, and we are heading towards Spotify, gang. So we just keep growing. We are on YouTube. We are everywhere. And this is
where can they get the picks?
Well, the picks, you got to jump over to profitable.tv, right? Listen, sign up. It's a free 3 days. You can check out the service. We've got 2 levels. We've got our Profit Play plan, and we've got our Max plan. And then, of course, we've got our whales who pay for the Elite plan. You better show up with your wallet if you want that one. But just come on over, check it out for 3 days. You'll absolutely love it. You'll get all of our programming. Everything is right there. And like I told you, beautiful. You can watch it on your phone, watch it on your tablet, watch it on your computer, anywhere you want. It's super hip. It's super cool. Are you
considering any kind of a deal for college and pro football bettors?
We are. So we do have some big news coming out, and we think that y'all will be pretty excited about it. We are working with One of the Enemy, a sports book, to offer you a pretty cool opportunity to put some cashole in your fucking pocket. So there you have it, brother. We are broadcasting from a safe place.
Well, have a great, safe flight to Las Vegas, where tourism is down, so there'll be more room for you at the pool to look at big titties and have some good food, because there's still great restaurants in Vegas. They're all open, and there's no people there anymore, so you could probably get a table and spend a lot of money. But the food in Las Vegas, I think, I've always told you, New York and Las Vegas, to me, two of the greatest food cities in the country, bar none, without a doubt. So great restaurants in Vegas. If you need tips on any great restaurants there, text me and I'll tell you where to go to dinner, because I know all the best restaurants.
Cool. Last favor to ask you, and I got to run, bro, but do me a favor. I know you, and you're like OCD. You're going to start popping that rash on your leg. Put the camera on and make sure you film when those things start exploding from you fucking picking them.
I mean, it drives me nuts, this fucking thing.
I know it does, bro.
It itches it feels like I have a 1,000 mosquitoes that have bit me in the same place, but it's not a mosquito bite. It's like some kind of fucking hivvy.
Dude, I'm worried about you. Fucking disgusting.
And what
Put some
else?
cream.
Gunner's leaving next Wednesday to go back to San Diego State, and I'm left with these two hoes ganging up on me.
I got it, bro.
Listen,
I gotta go. Dude, can I tell you something? That my driver he's been hitting me. He goes, hey, look, you're up to $35 on the wait fee.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'll be down there when I want to get down there, you fuck man.
Yeah, you're rich. Don't worry about it.
Thanks.